Hello and welcome to TrapGamez. I'm Dan, and today I'm on a map I'm making, which is a multiplayer map. But what I wanted to show you is this options menu it has. Um, First of all, it has a start game, activate by lever. That's not the thing I want to talk about. I want to talk about the setting difficulty. You can set it to peaceful to hard. All the difficulties are there, and here in chat you can actually see setting the difficulty is set to peaceful, but it's not really applied yet. I will come to this a little bit later, but the actual setting of the difficulty will happen when the game starts. Same goes for most of the options I have here. So you also have the option to set time. You can set it today and it will always keep today by using a timer, or always keep it tonight, or just keep it or don't log time on a certain time of the day. So if it turned today, you can actually see the clock turning today. It's actually quite nice that it updates that quickly. Then we have these one toggleable options. Turn mob spawning off, turn mob spawning on, same with mob loot. And these are all settings that will be set after the game has started. So me pressing these button here will not make a difference. So if I set it to hard and do mob spawning as on, if you actually see, there are some really dark spots here in this lobby, but mobs don't spawn here because it's not actually applied yet. So all these rules will be applied when the actual game is starting, and that's something I really do like about this options menu. So I'll show you how to I will show you how they are built, what they do, and I'll link you to videos where you can download and see how to build your very own to your settings. So I'll see you there, and welcome back. Um, I'm here gonna show you some of the one-talkable option selectors, the multiple selectors, and how you can make them home. I will give annotations in the video to redirect you to the actual village where you can build them. Now, first of all, for the one option toggleable option, sorry, it's a very simple design actually. It's simply just this setup creates a pulse which will um, pulsate this block off, which will keep it, either it will push it from itself off or push it from itself down. Second design is this. It's a bit longer because in here the piston is directed upward, and here the piston is directed horizontal. So the powering of the lamp goes a bit different, but they both work, and I'll show you how to build them both. It's not quite difficult. Now there are two settings you can do. You can have a direct input to the command block setting, so every time you press the button, like so, the actual command block will be powered, so what is inside will activate. So if you have a certain game rule, that's mostly for these two here. This is one that toggles between, so if this is actually powered, this command block is activated, which is the true statement for most game rules, and the bottom one is for the false. So you have true and false, or you can put down a piston like so, and if you activate it, the piston extends, putting this block in front of the command block. And if I put power onto this repeater, a signal will travel through to the command block, and it will actually set what's inside. And this is actually what this system is actually what the everything settable uses. It announces that something has been set, but using this piston and this setup, it will actually set it later on. So if the game starts like so, it will give off a signal. If you don't want it, then it's not going to be set. If you want it, so this piston is extended, it will be set. I'll put an annotation in the video where you can see how to build either of these designs. So moving on, we have the multi-selector here. This is the same as the difficulty. It sets the difficulty. It sets the difficulty, so to say, and it's almost the same principle as the one option toggler. Basically, it has a memory cell, and they all reset at the press of a button. So if we press this, all of them will be raised up except this one. We invert that signal and we see that as the signal that actually has been set, and that's how you can toggle between them. The signal going up here into this block is actually the block I use for announcing which difficulty has been set, as you can see in here. So this is normal, easy, and in here it just says which of the one difficulties you're actually going to set. So if I actually set it to hard, then this block is powered, but also this piston here is activated with the same with the one option toggler. You can actually see it's now in front of this repeater, and here you have all the options I actually wanted to set. So difficult / set difficulty, and set difficulty. So if I actually press this button, you can now see in chat the command block output set game give so I can speak English. Set game difficulty to hard, and if we turn on or off, so on, let's see if there are, oh yeah, there you can see a slime. There's a slime has spawned, and if I now actually set it to peaceful, in theory if you're setting to peaceful, slimes should disappear, but it doesn't, because you need to set the actual difficulty later, and there it disappeared. So that's quite a useful system, I do have to say, for setting difficulties or using for time. And this system can actually be up to 15 blocks long, to max. That's because of this redstone signal here. The signal needs to be able to travel from here to there, and that is not possible since redstone only travels 15 blocks. So this selector has a limit of 15 blocks, and it's, well, you don't need any more than 15, but there are just a few cases where you would need more, but overall it's always 4 or less for me, so it's a good design, so I'm not gonna change it, and it's just the same principle. And again, a annotation in the video will appear for you how to build your very own. That one will be 5 wide, but you can extend the whole process as long as you want. The next what I wanted to show you was this. Let's see if it just works. Yes, it's a blockable button. Timing is messed up, I see. I've been fiddling around with it. That's one of the most shapes. Oh, I actually already see why. Sorry. It's a blockable button. It shows you when you can press or when you cannot press. So if you actually block it from here, as you can see, I can press it, but nothing happens. Signal won't go any further and will not activate the command block. Unfortunate, so far I've seen with the new Redstone update, nothing you see here actually breaks. All the things I've demonstrated have not been broken. The only thing that is broken is this contraption, and it's not even Redstone that breaks, it's this button. The problem is simply this. If you press this button, it just simply shifts the block under the button up. In the new update, the button will pop off, and, well, it's a kind of a shame. So every time you press this button and this happens, the button pops off. So this is not buildable anymore in the next update. At least I'm looking forward to the new snapshots to see if this actually doesn't break, because I really do like this button. But I wanted to show you one last thing that has to do with the actual time setting you also saw on the map. and I will just show you quite shortly in this video. So this is my time setting for this world. I can set it today, I can set it tonight, I can set it to not lock, and this is actually the same principle as the one I have on that map. I got the clocks here so you can actually see if it actually turns to night, but it works quite fast. And I always keep the sun or the moon quite at top. I like that the most. Not sure why. So how it works, I have a simple selector, 3 wide, which only powers 2 piston downwards. It's cause I only really need 2. I got only 2 settable options. So if this one isn't selected, it gives out a positive signal here, which power this rail, which will keep this cart going and going around. Because there's one cobweb here, it takes 30 seconds for a entity to move through cobweb. So that gives me about 30-second interval between each time this detector rail is powered. Every time that happens, it moves into the piston block here, and then it activates. Because it's activates this block, it also activates this command block. So I actually got set time 2 and set time 2. So if I choose it tonight, this piston will low and this piston will go up. And I also got set weather to clear. That's this piston. Now how that works is simply if one of these piston is down, the block will come in front. When it's powered, it will also power this block, but also power this redstone down here, and will actually activate this command block, which is setting the weather to clear. And you can see in chat changing to clear weather. So it's just preventing every time from my world actually to go rainy or stormy, and I don't really like that. It always irritates me somehow. Now the problem also is with this clock. If you have this clock running and you would press it now to night, it would have to wait before the clock actually ticks again to actually set it. So what I've done is I've set this signal here, and what it does is every time you press the button, it sets its time to day or night, because all these buttons power all these repeaters, and this signal goes from into the block to this redstone and takes it out to the command blocks and actually sets time. So it allows for a really fast switch between day or time, as if you were setting it yourself. So yeah, those were my buildings. Let me hear what you think about it and how you have used it. I'll see you next time.